you are living with a roommate instead of your partner, instead of your hot boyfriend that you just met. Okay, so you've been dating someone in the beginning and there was just fire, there was chemistry, there was explosion, there was attraction. You couldn't keep your hands from each other. But now you're in a long-term relationship and there's not much interest. There is not much desire. There is not much sexual attraction. You just talk about the mundane things. No matter if you have kids or you don't have kids, you talk about the mundane things, and yeah, the physical attraction isn't fully there. So, what is going on? And can you have it all? Like, can you have the loving long term relationship and attraction? Let's talk about this today. My name is Ellie Taylor. I'm a dating and relationship coach. For the last 6 years, I've been helping so many, mostly women, to attract a dream man, dream relationship, and recently also helping couples, helping men to attract a dream match and having a loving, fulfilling relationship. So, if you're here to learn, make sure to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let's go. Okay, so oh, you know how it is. The first months, oh, there is just fireworks in the air. There is this crippling feeling, this butterfly feeling in your belly, and you're just wondering what's going to happen. Like, is there gonna be an intimacy? Will there be a kiss? Will you guys, come closer to each other? You maybe even live separately, most likely live separately, and you just think about this person like, oh, when will I see him or her again? And it is just exciting. It's exciting. It's beautiful. It's chemistry, and yeah, it's fun. You know where this is. You all have been there. Okay, like this first chemistry, this fireworks. Okay, and then let's say you actually survive the time after, the time from 3 months to 1.5 years after, which I talk in other videos about, that usually a lot of conflict, a lot of triggers come up, so you have to work through them. Let's say you guys don't separate in this time. That's wonderful, okay? But not separating isn't succeeding, because one of the reasons why you feel like your partner is a roommate is if those conflicts aren't resolved. They are still sitting there unresolved. Okay, let me explain this to you. So, when you are with your partner, and maybe let's say in a scenario where you live together, you kind of like get used to each other, you have your job, he has his job, or she has her hobbies, you have your hobbies, and then you say hi, you have your mundane routine, and everything is good, but there isn't much intimacy, there isn't much attraction, there isn't much fire. You don't fully feel seen and heard. I just said it. There isn't much intimacy. Okay, for the first 3 months of our relationship, there is just chemistry, there is just mystery. So that kind of carries that emotional high, which feels like a dopamine hit. But later, as I was telling in so many recent videos, go back if you catch me here the first time, what happens in 3 months and after is our subconscious gets triggered, like our wounds from childhood, from earlier relationship come up. And if they are not solved, what happens, unfortunately, is that we start seeing the other person, I don't want to say as negative, but as the cause of our pain. Okay, and when we see the other person as the cause of our pain, even subconsciously, guess what? The intimacy is gone because we are trying to find happiness in other things, or we just watch more TV, we go out with more people, maybe even start thinking about someone else. The intimacy is gone not because the person isn't a good match, but because those triggers, it's like a huge wave of your whole life, childhood, and everything that came up. Those triggers are unresolved and it creates a wall between you and your partner. So that's one of the reasons why the intimacy, the sexual attraction is gone, because there's a wall. There is literally no intimacy because your subconscious feels hurt by this person or ignored or abandoned or whatever is going on. And it might not be in the top of your head, it might be real subconscious, just like an association. Have you ever walked into a room and you felt like, oh, I just feel so good? Maybe for me, it was the last time I was staying in a beautiful five-star hotel in Spain, luxurious, beautiful. And I was like, oh, expanding. And then I was in, when I was traveling in Asia, I was in a restaurant and I went into a bathroom which was really dirty. And I mean, it can happen everywhere in the world, but it just happened to be there. And I was like, "Oh, let's get out of there." So, I mean, technically, logically, I can tell you why, but I'm just trying to show you with examples. There is a feeling that we have towards every room, every space, every person. And when this association is like, ah, oh, she or he triggers something inside me, we start thinking it's their fault, and subconsciously are like, okay, let me just take some space, even though I don't want to break up, but and that intimacy isn't there. Of course, you want to open up all of your emotions, all of your vulnerabilities. Of course, you don't feel fully safe, loved, and seen when those triggers are still there and you don't have tools how to solve them. All of the tools for that I'm going to put in my course. It's still in creation. Honeymoon Forever After, that you have tools to overcome relationship issues that come up, especially in early relationship. But they, if you don't solve them, they stay forever. And then one of the symptoms is no intimacy, unfortunately, no sexual attraction. um, you can grab it. Also, if you desire more support, please feel free to reach out for a free clarity call. The link is in the description box or in my bio. Okay, you can ask me any question and we will have a look if we are a good fit of working with each other in the long term. Okay, so let's say that you guys stay together, everything is good, everything is amazing, and then let's say we even, through working together, solve those triggers. I was sharing with you guys one example. One of my personal trigger was TV. Whenever I saw my partner, even friends and family, watching TV, I just felt abandoned. It didn't make any sense. Everybody can watch TV, but I just felt abandoned, rejected. There was a childhood trigger that came up for me. So I had to work through that. I had to communicate with my partner. And now I'm so chill. I no longer have this trigger. So this is the state that you can reach. I promise you, it's not about your partner stopping TV. It's about really going deep. What is happening? Although we feel in the moment like, oh, if he just stop or she just stop, then I would feel better. Yes, but really, it's so much deeper. Just trust me on that, okay? But let's say all of those issues are solved. Yeah, and yes, some couples have compatibility problems, but that's another topic. I think I had a video about this. You can search a little bit. um compatibility are big things, like I want to have kids, you don't want to have kids. Those big things are real important for compatibility, sorry. But like small things like, oh, he's watching TV, oh, she's eating meat or not meat, although that could be our compatibility. Oh, she's eating a little bit different diet than me, or little small things that don't bother you in the first months. Yeah, this is something to solve. Okay, so let's continue. So let's say this is solved, all of these triggers are gone, you are just feeling relaxed with each other. There is intimacy and a friendship, which is beautiful. You enjoy spending time with each other, but then you are still having this friendship, kind of like roommate vibe. How to solve that? This is solved by going into polarity. I do teach that a lot for my single ladies in all of my courses. You can check it out in the description box. In my all of my dating courses for you have the polarity so that during dating you can already attract a masculine man. But even if you did attracted um, an amazing person and later the polarity just isn't there. You just feel like roommate, you just feel like friends. I mean, there isn't any triggers or anything or any distance. It's just you just feel like you would be sitting with your friend. There is a solution to that too. Guess what? Polarity. What does that mean, polarity? So, you know how a magnet works, plus, minus, deep attraction. This is what you felt in the beginning. And it was honestly mostly because of the early on chemistry just takes care of the polarity. The woman feels extra feminine, trying to look extra beautiful. The man acts extra masculine. So the polarity is kind of like comes very natural in the beginning, driven by all of these chemistry and hormones. But later, when the everyday life arises, you, especially as a woman, you go back to really focusing on your career. And, as a man, you just like work as well or do your own stuff. And then life happens. There are daily, mundane things that has to be talked through. Like there isn't much polarity, and that has to be created intentionally. And before you tell me, but it should be naturally. Well, it's not, because our modern lifestyle doesn't really allow that. And also, men should know this if you are a man watching right now. Women are required to be in the masculine energy a lot, going to work, taking care of the kids, taking care of the household. It is it is us being in a masculine energy. Okay? And then masculine energy plus masculine energy has no polarity. It's more like a friendship. Okay, so those polarity times have to be intentionally created, just like you would be going on a date. Okay, and certain roles have to be also given in the relationship, not because we live in 1910, but because of the polarity. And if you enjoy the first couple months of dating someone with like this deep attraction, sexual attraction, it's gonna be worth looking into this, okay? Let me know if this is a topic that you enjoy knowing more about. Tell me in the comments, then I will consider making more videos about this, okay? But when you can kind of like create that polarity again through certain behaviors, where as a man you are going into being like more masculine leader, as a woman you are being going more into just relaxing, allowing him to take care. These attraction, the sexual attraction comes back. Okay, it comes back. And if you would like to know more about this, I'm also thinking to do a quiz about polarity. If I do it, it will be linked in the description box. So you can check it out. But also, if you'd like to work with me privately about this topic, you can also reach out to me for a free love audit call. Link is in the description box and in my bio. Yeah. But just know that if you are right now living in a relationship where you're like, I love my partner, but you catch yourself kind of like thinking, what if I was dating now? What if I was in this first 3 months of dating? I miss that chemistry. I miss that fire. I miss that desire, that polarity, that passion. You can create it in your relationship. You can create this beautiful intimacy, this beautiful desire. And I remember like years ago, I think it was over a decade ago, I used to have this kind of limiting belief that intimacy, happiness, desire only exist in the first couple of weeks of a relationship. It does. If you don't have the skills to overcome communication problems, triggers, and if you don't have the skills to create polarity, which for some people you might be like, you know what, I don't want to learn, I just want to keep breaking up and keep having 3 months relationship. If that's your thing, great for you. But if you want to be with someone that you can build a life with, maybe even build a family, you don't enjoy breakups, you just want to build a house, build life, maybe you can even work together, support each other. It's like your best friend that's always there. I hear a lot of couples who say, I don't want to lose my best friend for amazing, sexual attraction with someone else. Yeah, you get to have it all, okay? And if you know anyone who needs to hear this, please send it to them because there is a way. And I made my life mission to figure this out literally for myself, first of all, and also for all of you too. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and reach out for a free love audit call if you desire extra support. Check out the links down below, and I see you in the next video.